There he is. It's the rooster. Lexi, do you need a bathroom break? It's 5:40 in the morning. Just made it to Indian Nose. It's a little cloudy. Somewhere down there is San Pedro.
Here, let's go, man. Let's go.
It's currently 6 a.m. I'm headed to a cafe right now. That is much better. Hola, buenos días. I'm here at Cafe Cristalinas. Well, I'm in Guatemala learning a new language. I was just thinking about language learning and what motivates us to learn a new language. That has a lot to do with connecting with people. So when you travel in a foreign country where the native language is not your language, you can feel kind of isolated. You may find yourself surrounded by people speaking a different language that you can't understand, and all you want is that human connection. This is great motivation for learning a new language and to keep yourself learning that language. Think about like the frustrations that a child or infant has when they're first learning to talk. All they want is to communicate their feelings and their desires. But even as you start to learn a new language, you may find it difficult to take what you're learning in school and apply that to everyday life. You may find yourself frustrated that your classroom sessions aren't translating to results in the very area that got you into learning the language in the first place. I mean, you aren't actually interested in like conjugating verbs, you're interested in having conversations with people. After a lot of thought and a little bit of research, I've come up with a few tips that'll help you make a human connection today, even with only a base understanding of a language. So I have 5 steps. So the first step is to inoculate yourself from fear and just put yourself out there. It's important to get yourself out of your own head. Simply showing interest in someone else is often all you need to get a conversation going. The second step is to gain a basic understanding of the language. Without that like base level knowledge, it'll be really difficult to even have a conversation at all. Step 3 is learn the FORWARD technique. The FORWARD technique is an acronym that stands for family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. Come up with 2 to 4 questions in each of these categories. I'll just name off some quick examples. More examples will be in the description below. Do you have any siblings? What do you do for a living? What do you like to do for fun? Where would you like to travel? These are just a few examples. Some tips to remember is try to keep your questions open-ended. Or if they're not open-ended, follow it up with an open-ended question. For example, do you have any siblings? Yes. Oh, cool. What do they do and what are their names? Step 4 is to translate these questions. Memorize them so you have them in your tool belt for conversation. Down below is a link to my translated questions. Since you have a base understanding of the language, you can probably pick up their responses somewhat in conversation. But even if you can't understand everything, just nod, smile, and try to pick up what you can. They're probably going to ask these questions back to you, so it's important that you have responses ready as well. Fifth step, go out and try it out. Gaining a network of friends will accelerate your language learning process and open up doors that you didn't even know existed.